Spring has officially arrived. Look at this magnificent cherry blossom tree in full bloom. It is wonderful. But is there a better way to celebrate spring than another orchid haul? I think not. So this time, once again, I ordered from my trustworthy nursery in Lithuania, Orchidejos or Orchidejos, which I believe in the Lithuanian language simply means orchids, but don't quote me on that. This time around, it only took 7 days for the parcel to arrive at France from Lithuania. Given the distance between the two countries, I would say the delivery is pretty fast. Okay, let me cut open the box. Now the box is cut open, let's see what I have ordered this time. Well, I have to admit it's not a big haul because my collection has grown to such a point that I have to be really selective when ordering orchids from online nurseries because it's so easy to order 10 or more. But this time I have only ordered 5 orchids plus some orchid care supplies. With Orchidejos, I only have to pay 10 euros for delivery if the order is below 2 kilos, which is really an amazing thing because in Europe, many nurseries charge you more than 20 euros for delivery. So if you only order 1 or 2 plants, it's really not worth it. Okay, without further ado, let me open all the orchids so that we can take a look at them. Now I have taken out all the orchids and as you can see they are pretty well packed. Okay guys, I have taken out all the orchids, but before I show them to you, I would like to tell you something. A couple of weeks ago I watched a video by Maria Young. She was doing an unboxing video and then she turned it into a quiz to test the knowledge of her subscribers about certain orchids, and I find that interesting. Although I failed bitterly in that quiz, I didn't get anything correct because I'm not a big fan of Bobophyllum and I don't know much about the orchids under that genus. So today I'm going to do something similar, okay, just to get you involved instead of just showing you the orchids that I purchased. The first one is not that easy to guess. Let me show you. Apparently it looks like a species Phal. It's actually not a species, it's a hybrid, not a complex hybrid, but not a primary hybrid either. So I'm not going to let you guess because I've only seen the pictures on the website and I frankly don't know how the flowers look like, so I cannot describe to you. I can only say that it's a yellow flower with some red stripes and it's supposed to be fragrant. So this one is actually Phalaenopsis Grosbeak crossed with venosa and crossed with dragon tree eagle. I've ever seen the pictures of dragon tree eagle, so it's a very nice flower, and Phalaenopsis venosa also looks very nice with that brownish golden color with some spotting. I have never seen the picture of Phalaenopsis Grosbeak, but anyway, the picture of this orchid's flower looks really nice on the website. and it is also fragrant, so I'm sure I'm going to like it. The root system is not that developed, but it's not bad either. I'm sure this one will survive. Okay, that's the first one. Now, the second one. This one, as you can see again, looks like a species Phalaenopsis. It is actually a primary hybrid. It is fragrant. It's a hybrid of two very famous species Phalaenopsis. The first parent is a Phalaenopsis with white flowers with some red stripes here and there. And then the second one is also very, very famous. It's so fragrant with usually fuchsia colored flowers. So did you get it right? This one is actually a hybrid of Phalaenopsis tetraspis and Phalaenopsis violacea. It is also called Phalaenopsis Jennifer Palermo. It's even got a spike, which is really nice. The root system looks very nice. I'm very happy about that. Well, in fact, this Phalaenopsis is a replacement because I ordered something else. I ordered a complex hybrid called Phalaenopsis orange gold or gold orange, and then the nursery sent me the picture, and the flowers look a bit faded, and the colors don't look that much like they are in the pictures on the website. I was told that that orchid was fading away, so the colors were not as vivid as they were. But anyway, it's not what I expected, so I asked them to change for me, and then I decided to have this one as a replacement, and they kindly agreed. So that's really nice of them. Very happy with this one. Very healthy, big leaves with a spike. What else can I ask for? Okay, now let me show you the third one. Well, this one, can you guess? By looking at the leaves? Well, it looks like a complex hybrid, but it's not that complex actually. I'm sure you have heard of this one because it's really, really nice and famous. Let me try to describe the flowers of the orchid to you. So basically the flowers are white with orange spotting. It's a very distinctive flower. It's not that big, and it's a hybrid of a species Phalaenopsis and a complex hybrid. Actually, there are two plants here. Can you see? I paid about 15 or 16 euros for this one, so that's really a good deal because I get two orchids here. Have you guessed it right? This is Phalaenopsis Mini Mark. So it's a hybrid of Phalaenopsis philippensis and something else. Okay. Moving on, I I cannot really show you this orchid because it's in flower, and if you see the flower you definitely will be able to tell what it is. So what I can tell you is that it's got mottled leaves. Well, first of all, it's a species Phalaenopsis. It's got mottled leaves. Its flowers are kind of pink with a little bit of white, I think. And the flowers actually look more or less like a complex hybrid, but it's not. Some people say it's fragrant, others say it's not. So I suppose there are many different varieties of this species. What else can I tell you? It tends to branch out as it grows older. And so if you have a specimen sized orchid, you probably will get a whole lot of branches, and in the end you will be able to have, you know, a huge cascade of pink flowers. It's really pretty. I have to admit that I didn't really I was not that much impressed by this orchid when I first saw it, but then gradually it just grows on me, and so finally I decided to give in and buy it. So let me show you. Here it is. Now I'm sure you know what it is, right? Yes, this is the famous Phalaenopsis schilleriana. It's actually got very popular recently on the internet for some reason, and so finally I'm in the schilleriana club. It's got 2 flowers that are fading away, but I don't mind because I bought this orchid not for its flowers, not for this one, this season at least. So the orchid is of pretty decent size. You know, the largest leaf is almost as big as my hand. And the root system looks pretty okay. There are a number of roots there, so I'm not worried about this one. Actually, the nursery sent me a picture of another orchid, another Phalaenopsis first, with buds, and then I didn't see many roots in the pot, so I asked them to change for me, and then they changed it for me. So thank them. I have to thank them. And finally, I cannot let you see the orchids again, because once you see it you definitely know what it is. It's another quite famous orchid. It's not a Phalaenopsis, it's an Oncidium. It smells like, the flowers smell like, some say honey, others say vanilla, but it's a very sweet fragrance. Okay. I have the red version of this orchid, but then I saw a yellow flowers version on this website, and I decided to get it. So can you guess what it is? Yes, it's Oncidium Twinkle. So it's actually in bloom. It's got how many spikes? 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of them is already done with blooming. So there are quite a few bulbs, pseudobulbs. So it looks very healthy. I'm very happy to get this one. My red version is very, very young. It just finished its first bloom. It's maybe just half the size of this one. So I'm very happy with this purchase. as I said, apart from the orchids, I have also ordered some orchid supplies. Some sphagnum moss, some 8 cm plastic pots, and some fertilizer. So the moss is high quality New Zealand moss. However, it is not compressed, so it's very crunchy and it's vulnerable to squeezing. In the process of transport, a lot of powder sort of thing is created, so that's the downside. But other than that, it's really high quality, so I have no complaint about that. The 8 cm pots are perfect for, a small species orchid like this. They don't really need a big pot. In the city where I live, I can only find 12 cm and 15 cm pots. So those are really too big for a lot of my species Phalaenopsis. I'm very glad that I found this smaller one. It's cute. And lastly, a few words about the fertilizer. So what is special about this fertilizer is that it contains not only the normal elements such as potassium, phosphorus and nitrogen. It has also 7% calcium and 2% magnesium. That's really interesting because I have detected some marks on some of my species Phalaenopsis leaves, and it looks like they are a sign of magnesium deficiency. So I'm glad that there is 2% of magnesium in this fertilizer. It's going to be enough to remedy the deficiency, I think. So finally, a few words about this nursery. The nursery, as I said, has a very personal approach to dealing with its customers, and I really appreciate that. They communicate with me before they send the orchids, and if there's anything that I'm not happy about the plants, I can always ask them to change or replace, and they are very happy to do that for you. And I feel I am very much valued as a customer. I understand for a lot of large nurseries, retail is not a big part of their business, and they really don't have the time to deal with their customers on a personal level. That's why I value this nursery so much, because it's one of a kind. And it's a small nursery, so I would like to support their business. If there is any downside about the nursery, it is that it's a small nursery, so it does not have a selection as wide-ranging as some other nurseries, such as the famous Schwarter or Klassen Orchiding. But I love some of their orchids, and they are constantly adding new orchids in their shop. So I would say this is an excellent nursery. So if you live in Europe, you may consider ordering from them once at least, just to see if you're happy with them or not. I'm not related to this nursery in any way. I'm doing this just because I think it's a great source for orchids, and I would like to support it. That's all. I don't get any commission. I just think good businesses deserve wider recognition. That's it. Okay. I thank you very much for watching this long video. I hope you enjoy it. I will see you in my next video. Thank you.